back. We are back with yet another episode for you guys, and we are in season 4, episode 2, and we are so glad to have you guys back. Happy new month, by the way. Are you excited about this new month?
Very. You told me about the sun coming up.
Yeah. I was telling him about how this new month has come with a lot of goodies.
Yeah.
By goodies, I mean
the right kind of goodies. Of course, she's nothing.
Okay, basically one goodie, which is the sun, but then again it comes with its own goodies. Like this new month, swimming is a must.
What else is a must?
I'm telling you, going to coast is a must.
Oh, you'll be traveling. You leave me. We'll go to the coast together. Can I be your coast so that you can swim in my ocean of love?
Oh wow! Wow! So. And a lot of things that I'm also yet to come up with, but with the sun out to play, we are definitely going to do some lot of good things. Yeah. So I hope you're having yourselves a very good start of a month, and we are back with yet another episode. And our episode today is about
mental wellness or mental health. Or mental wellness. Yes.
Mental wellness or mental health. When was the last time you smiled as bright as we do?
Yeah, I hope this episode makes you smile. Mpaka usikie huku umeanza kupata muscle pull. Yeah.
So, welcome so much, guys, and let's begin by asking a very good host.
Why?
Today
co-host.
I'm the host.
We're
and
co-hosts
then he's
together. We're co-hosts.
We're co-hosts.
Yeah.
I think I never know these terms. What?
No, it's okay. It's okay. So you told you come. Let me be your. Let me be your cost so that you can swim in my ocean of love. And I'll bring lessons with it. I'll teach you how to ski, how to drown. I won't teach you to swim. I want you to drown in my love. Okay. Let's back to Grace in space. Yeah.
Okay. So mental wellness. What does that mean for you?
Okay. We had a conversation this week, and it led me to post something afterwards. That mental health doesn't mean mental illness. Okay, this is personal because probably I've seen this with many people that they associate mental health to mean mental illness. Well, that's not true because mental illness is now when now you are sick mentally. But now mental health is now, it's like physical health. Right now I'm not sick, but if I had a cold, then I'd be physically sick. So just in the same way, mental health, I think in doesn't mean you are already sick mentally. It's just mental health still includes you being happy. That's still a very good mental health state. Yeah, it's not only when we are depressed, but yeah, that's what I'll define it.
That's mental health. It's both the positive and the negative.
Yeah. It's the whole. I saw it on Google. I even Googled it and posted it. It's on my.
You did your homework.
I did my homework.
Me, I just came like that.
But
Jesus take the wheel.
But you'll be looking good.
Oh, thank you. You look so good as well.
Thank you. Who's dressed us? We've dressed ourselves. Oh, no, not literally, but okay. Somebody can say you guys dressed yourself, so I dressed her. I put her on. No, we didn't do that.
He dressed himself.
Then she did dress herself.
At his home, and I dressed myself at home, at my home.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So what does mental health mean for me personally?
Yeah.
I'd actually say the same thing that you did. It means being well, because we've also mentioned mental wellness and also having a mental illness. Yeah. So I think that's the basic or general definition, according to me.
Yeah. It's generally or wholesomely, especially in your mental space. Yeah.
I have another question, probably a sensitive one. I don't know.
No, just kick it.
Have you ever thought of yourself being mentally unwell to a point that you lose your senses? Have you ever thought of yourself reaching to that point?
Losing senses. What does losing senses mean?
Not
being able to control what I decide, huh?
Yeah, exactly, to that point.
Okay.
Or walking in the streets talking to yourself loudly and laughing by yourself, because
Uh,
I've seen people do that,
oh,
and people look at them funny,
yeah.
or even judge them. Some say it's
Mm-hmm.
witchcraft,
Mm-hmm.
others say you're taking too much drugs, others
Yeah.
say you're thinking too much,
Mm-hmm.
that's why you've reached to this point at
Yeah.
bow. How
Yeah.
have you ever thought of yourself reaching to that point?
Okay, personally, nah,
No.
never. Okay,
Hey.
one, it's because I have never grown up where, okay, growing up, mental wellness wasn't a thing that we talked about. It's a thing that I even didn't know about until recently. Now, when I came to understand, oh wait, I was feeling this way because I wasn't well here or this and that. Mental wellness has come later when I'm older. So as right now, as I'm older, even currently where I'm at, I'm not thinking of myself. Let's say one point in time, having gone totally insane or not having control.
You must be so well, mentally well, because
You have help, but there's no problem with thinking about it. Yeah,
sure.
because right now I can, after the show, I can go and imagine myself going out there.
I think you're already mentally unwell the minute you start thinking
No,
about
no,
it
no,
that
no,
way.
no, you're not mentally unwell. Like now, right now, I can start picturing myself being mentally ill. 'Cause it's something that I wasn't. You see, after you asked the question, now is when I started thinking about it.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. Yeah, in fact, you're perfect. Yeah.
It scares me at times
Mm-hmm.
because you don't choose to, and at times I don't even know how it even comes about. Because
At what point don't you choose?
no, you don't choose to become that way. Like you just find yourself sick.
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally to that point you get.
Yeah, I think I get now. Even physically, nobody chooses.
Yeah,
illness.
nobody chooses to. So it could happen to you. It could happen to you, and that's what scares me the most. And you have no idea what led to that.
Yeah.
The scariest bit about it is that what the other person went through to get to that level might not even be different from what you are experiencing right now.
Can I ask a question? Okay, I have a better context than the person who's watching this video. Did you start thinking about this after the incident of the person you saw who that was when you started thinking of yourself when you went in? Probably. So you see, it's something that you didn't have before until you saw someone experience that, and you were like, oh wait, what if that happened to me? Just in the same way, when you started talking to me about, have you ever thought of yourself going insane? It's a thing that I didn't have until now. You've asked me, so I think there's nothing wrong. Okay, I know I'm going back, but there's nothing wrong about thinking with thinking about it, that there could be there's a chance that you could go insane. Yeah.
But it honestly scares me. But
going insane definitely. But I'm insane for you. So continue. I'm listening.
But it's enabled me to caution myself, to think to an extent, not to overthink, not to worry too much, because of course there are some of the factors that bring about extreme mental illnesses. The minute you feel off, or the minute you feel, personally, when I feel off, when I feel like things are not, when I'm under so much pressure, under so much stress, under so much whatever it is that I could be going through, and I feel like I'm absolutely not okay. You normally know when you're not okay.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yes, so there's always that point where you want to go back and reconnect with yourself. You find people taking a vacation. I can't wait to reach to that point of vacay. I say, guys, I'm not feeling okay. I think I need 1 week
away. I love you jet out Mombasa. Not Mombasa, to the Maldives.
To the
Maldives.
Oh, tell us, where is that?
I don't know. It's somewhere in my ocean of love. You'll find Maldives.
So you often find some people wanting to go back and re-energize themselves, find themselves, and I'm just curious because I don't think I've ever done that. What does that look for you? How would you go back to reconnect with yourself or find yourself again?
Okay. One, you mentioned that. Okay, wait. There's a disclaimer.
Okay.
We are having this for conversational purposes only. Not this is not a substitute for
Nope.
therapy or counseling, seeking counseling.
We're not professionals.
We're not professionals. We're just having this for conversational purposes. So if you need a therapist, please go seek a therapist or a counselor. Or if you need Jesus, seek him. Yeah. Yeah, so you asked me the question about how does reconnecting with myself look like?
Yeah, for you.
Okay, so this is it. Let me give you a context. Right now, we are shooting the Grace and Space podcast. And right now, I'm also thinking after this, I'm going to edit. And then I'm also thinking about, I have work that I have already shot that I need to edit and work on. And then I think what I'm feeling is not okay. What I'm feeling is also pressure. I'm feeling pressure that I have a lot on my table.
Yeah.
And when I feel this way is when I know that I'm not okay mentally. That when I start feeling like there's something on my head that my mental health. The things that press my buttons aren't really okay. Currently, are those tasks that I haven't completed. Or when I'm just home, I'm like, haven't done dishes, I haven't cleaned the floor, I haven't done this. So those are the things that, those are the things that I feel like, for me personally, those are the things that, put a little pressure. So you have a little context of when I'm feeling not okay.
Yeah, not okay.
Yeah.
There
So
could be extremes. That's yours.
Yeah. So one of the ways that I personally do to ground myself is there's this though I have only after I discovered this is when I started practicing it. There's this, I think it's called a 5-step something. It's you look at 5 things. Try picturing what are the 5 things that are around. So there's that. So after picturing 5 things, what are the 4 things that you can touch out of the 5, and then what are the 3 things that you can this is touch. 3 sounds that you can hear.
Yeah.
And then
Taste.
No, taste is only one thing.
Oh, okay.
You're rushing us.
Sorry,
I'm kidding. So 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that it's all about senses. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's only one thing that you can taste, or 2 things that you can smell, and then 1 thing that you can taste. So it helps you to ground yourself, just to know that everything is okay. That even if you didn't do the work that you were supposed to do, that everything is okay. Like you're okay. Those are things that this is what I learned recently, and that helps me when I'm feeling the pressure. Like right now, I'm feeling the pressure. And then the other thing as well, before you just jump, you go back you interrupt the conversation. What I do is I want to take time for myself, because right now, where I'm at right now, I'm feeling that a little bit pressure. What I prefer to do is I don't want to be reactive. I want to be active. I don't want to be reacting to, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. I better plan my day. So what I normally do every morning is when I wake up, I pray, and then
very important.
Yeah, very. I pray, and then I normally write your poem. I get you a poem. I which you need to hope, and then I write what I want to achieve that day. I saw this from one of the YouTubers. He normally just writes 8 critical tasks for the day. Those are the only things that if you did nothing else, those are the things that you're going to do. Okay. So he writes them down. So I have 8 critical tasks of the day. So maybe it's washing dishes, doing this, doing laundry, doing just those things. And then after writing that list is now I start checking them out. I do one, I come check, I do. So I feel like I'm more grounded, and I feel like I'm directing the day.
You're a responsible one.
Yeah. So those are, and then I intentionally play worship music through my day. This is something that I discovered, and also I read the Bible. Find out what I intentionally
those
read.
people for playing gengetone.
I know, not like that. There's a time for everything. So, but I intentionally read the Bible, and I intentionally pray, and then I talk to God like I'm talking with you right now. Okay, of course, there's that formal prayer. I was thinking about this today. I was like, oh my goodness! I was like, the people who quote unquote, okay, let me use oil quotes, who teach you how to pray, that's not really prayer, but they are teaching you a formula to pray.
Yeah.
But prayer is supposed to be conversational with God. This is just a side maybe. But when I talk with God, I talk to him like someone who's on the other side, who's listening. So I'm able to feel more connected than just close my eyes, feet. Then I do acknowledge.
Like the way we've memorized our Lord's
prayers.
Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah, something like that. And also that kind of, I'm praying for this, I'm praying for this, I'm praying for this, I'm praying for this. Those requests. There's no communication.
It's not real. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah. You still feel. I'm not saying that's a wrong way. No, that's a that's a good way. But I'm saying what I do that makes me feel grounded, and also as I'm talking with him, because prayer is a big part for me, and also reading the Bible intentionally, because I feel like my heart is open to receive the word, and then I play. I intentionally play gospel music through the day, because that fills my mind with good things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I know I've overstretched this, but yeah.
You haven't. You've actually mentioned a couple of good ways that you go back to find yourself.
Yeah. And if I'm just
and I love the fact that it's centralized with God.
Yeah. Can I put something else? A lot of meditation is normally on nothingness. Okay, this is what I've overheard. I've been listening to in other conversations as well, that a lot of meditation is about emptying yourself, but the biblical meditation is about filling yourself with good things. Like, instead of being in a state of nothingness, how about you fill your spirit, you fill your space with the goodness. You remind yourself that you are loved. You remind yourself that you are good, and the person telling you all these things is not just, and you're not. It's not just. I'm sorry for using air quotes. It's not just. It's not those affirmations that you tell yourself that I'm okay, I'm good. No, these are affirmations that are from God. That when you open the book of Psalms, that your days before even you were born were written and recorded. Like, I don't know, it gives you a good grounding. Like it's inakunyakua. Like, it gives you a firm. Like, I don't know, it helps you to walk through the day, and also on the day. The other day I was feeling like, I'm trying to catch up with the day.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you just wake up and you're like, oh, I haven't done this. You're trying to catch up with the day. Instead of trying to catch up with the day, why don't you start with a grounding that you know that this day is yours?
Yeah.
That even if you showed up or you didn't show up for what you wanted, that you were still going to own that day. Of course, this has to come with time. This has to come with practice. And also the other thing that I learned is it's like a toddler. When a toddler falls, you don't tell them you bastard or something or those bad words. You encourage them to grow. So even with yourself, learning a new habit or changing your habits is one of the hardest things to do, and it's one of the hardest things to embrace. Like,
it's most uncomfortable.
Yeah. So it takes time, and also, like, when we're having the Grace and Space podcast, we mean have grace for yourself, and also having some space. Because I think now, if I'm talking like that, you might feel the pressure that, oh, I need to be reading, I need to be doing this, because it won't come from a place of loving yourself. Because mental wellness also comes from a place of compassion towards self. Don't try these things because they worked for me. Of course, you can try them and they could work for you, but don't try them because they worked for me and then you want them to work for you. It's more about discovering what works for you, and what works for me is scripted and grounding myself. And there are, I think, tons of people who, okay, I know I've overdone this, I was stressed, but there are tons of people who doing these things will really, really help them, and you can't go wrong with this. And sometimes it's just having a conversation with God, or sometimes it's just relaxing and just looking to whatever, the horizon, and it'll just work for you. So it's about discovering what works for you. In terms of that.
You have everything in check.
You
yourself.
And also educate yourself.
Educate yourself. You yourself, as we just do.
No, not like that. No, everybody is just in a journey of learning, and this is where my information has gotten to.
I'm so glad we've gotten to learn all that.
And there's so much more to learn.
Yeah, I also have a lot to learn, honestly speaking. For me, it's just two things: talking to God, like I'm in a conversation, like you said, and talking to myself.
Oh yeah.
Which brings me to the question:
Do you
you think talking to yourself is of course it's not. I don't know. Is it normal for you?
I talk to myself loudly.
Loudly.
Yeah, loudly.
Oh,
like this. Women is special case. Mimi nafaa kupeleka madhari sasa.
No.
Yeah.
So talking to yourself is normal for you?
It's totally normal. Like you shouldn't feel bad. I don't know. There's no rule about talking to yourself is
So what happens when you're talking to yourself and someone else comes in? Do you stop like start singing?
I always know the space. Cause like you're okay, let me bring some scripture back. When Christ says, when you go to pray, go to your room, go to your room. It's because I wanted to say lock the door. So
excuses. No excuses. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. My excuses for me. So when he talks about go to a room, lock yourself, like find some privacy before you start talking to yourself. Yeah, don't be in a crowd of people and then you're talking. I don't know if it will be that intimate even to yourself. If you have me asking you, have you done this, and you're trying to talk to yourself, I think, give yourself some attention.
Yeah, give yourself some attention. Lock your room, talk to yourself.
Not necessarily lock your room, but just find a place where it's just you. Yeah.
And just do the talking with yourself.
Where you feel secure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else did I also want to ask? So, do you often get mad? Like, do you often get angry?
No. Okay, I can. I don't know. It's not a mad that the kind of people do have. I don't know. I'm not reactive.
But I know one thing for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think you've been entirely exposed to people who can really annoy you.
Oh yeah.
Somehow, God has really taken care of you.
Umechungwa,
and you're really filled with. You're surrounded by people who are. They're just so different and so good. And I've come to realize that when I've also engaged with your circle of friends. But okay, just to ask, I'm not going to ask what is that really annoyed you.
Yeah.
But have you ever had like an outburst? Like,
oh yeah, when I was young.
When I was young. When you were young,
and broke. I was broke.
Yeah, yes.
Right now I'm rich. Yeah.
Look, umepiga tunaona
hiyo. Hata hiyo ingine inakuja. Mimi I claim richness. I'm rich here. I'm rich mentally, I'm rich in my heart, and also financially it's coming in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Even financially I'm rich. All those things.
Amen.
Because I think maybe I'm not limited. Limited ni uko nje si ya kwangu. Yeah, so what did you ask?
I was asking, what is that?
That one thing.
What was the major outburst that you've ever had?
I remember breaking a perfume bottle because because I was waiting on someone to come and they didn't come, or they didn't come on time because I wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, oh no, it's so late right now, I'm not even going to go where I wanted to go. So okay, let me make it a little let me make a little personal.
You don't want to make it a little personal?
Okay,
it's okay.
I can be vulnerable for because nimetoka hapo. So this is one time my sister was supposed to get home so that I could go to my brother's place, but now she delayed, and she had promised me that she was going to get home around a certain time. So I see the clock, it's getting very late, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it to go to my brother's place because now she's late. And I was just like, then I threw the bottle. And then after that, I was like, why did I even throw? Because it didn't help me. I lost my perfume. And it was a very good perfume, by the way. Then sikuwa najua the value of it. Okay, but it was empty. It was empty. It was empty.
Oh, it was empty?
Yeah.
Of course. Sisi Africans, we are not that silly. We can't go about breaking a TV like.
No, but this is I did this outside. So the context is I did this outside. Yeah, I didn't do it inside the house. No,
okay.
No, I just threw it outside against the wall. So it was safe, and there was nobody watching. Only God was. Yeah.
Okay, you know me, being female, I scream and scream and scream and scream, and then I just natoanisha kila kitu yenye ilikuwa kwa nini kwa closet. Like, if I had my nice clothes pangad over there, I'm just like
Yeah.
Natuanisha kila kitu, and then I just scream and I yell it out and I cry, and then I'm good. I think that's the one,
Yeah.
the worst thing I've ever done.
No, it's not worse. Actually, that's so good for your mental.
It's good.
Very.
I should do that more often.
I encourage you to.
Nasikia nimepaa, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Nitakuwa nakuja na kupangia clothes. It will be bonding time. So you're the one getting the conversation. Talk
Alright,
to
so
us.
we just continue. Okay, so I'm not sure this is fair to say, but I honestly feel like at times as grown-ups, we can be extremely selfish to a point that we don't consider our kids and how their mental, how they perform mentally.
By kids, we mean your siblings, your small siblings.
Yeah, your neighbors.
Your neighbors' kids as well. And also, if you're a parent and you're watching this is for those little ones, yeah. Yeah.
Is it possible that we've really dismissed our kids and that we don't consider the fact that they could also be going through some mental issues? And okay, can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you think kids also go through stress and trauma and all that kind of stuff?
Okay, I think kids are introduced to stress and in environments, and when that stress continues to build up, that's when you see them reacting or being affected. Because when they are kids, I think it's the environment that introduces the kids, and of course kids get stressed, kids get disappointed. You see how a kid is normal. This is what I saw today in the morning.
Okay.
A kid was very happy after following the mom. I presume. Okay.
Sorry.
Now connected to my furniture. So, okay, Nini from Hamburg. I presume that sorry for that. Okay, let's give context. So in the morning, I was standing as I was waiting for you. Then there was this kid who was running after the mom. So I presume that was the mom. Yeah, because the kid was very excited and happy. So when the mom turned and saw that the kid had been following, her reaction immediately was disgust, while the kid's reaction was excited. So you could see the contrast between their two faces.
How did she react?
She was disgusted that the kid had followed. Not disgusted is a big word, but she didn't want the kid to have followed.
So she's like,
mbona umekuja?
Mbona umetoka kwa nyumba? Hivyo.
Yeah, hivyo sasa.
Wow.
And then the kid's face was lit up to receive the mom. This is what I understood. Okay, this isn't even about that story, but this is just a little thing to bring into to contextualize all of this. I learned that you should treat kids as people that deserve respect. Because most times,
I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
This is something we've not embraced yet, but I'm really for that.
Yeah, we should. I should treat the kids around me with respect. Like, if a kid wants to do something, I shouldn't just shut them down immediately. Let me explain why we are not going to do that thing. Of course, they're childish, but engage them in their childishness.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your question? I know.
That is the question. I was asking whether kids go through stress, and you've already explained one form of.
Yeah, like they come into a space where they stress and then they get stressed. Yeah.
They basically come into an environment where they experience stress. One of the things that I've really learned to do is respect my siblings. My sister is in class 8 and my brother is in grade 4. So, yeah, I know my mom is going to be like, respect? How? Kama umefanya nini kitu mbaya? You will spank them. But I've really learned to respect them. If I see them do something that they're not supposed to do, I literally talk to them. And I ask them, why have you done this? Do you know that this is wrong?
Yeah.
What were you thinking doing this? You ought to know that this is wrong.
Yeah.
But shouting at them and bashing at them.
Bashing them.
Bashing them.
Yeah.
That one is something that I never want to try on my siblings, and definitely something that I'm not planning to do
on your own,
my kids.
On
our kids.
Amen. We claim them.
On our kids.
Yeah.
So I really do believe that kids go through stress, and the simple forms of way that they could go through stress is the simple things. Usi expect wapatwe As in, don't expect stress to only come from what grown-ups go
Experience,
through,
yeah,
experience.
yeah,
When you shout at a kid, they get stressed.
yeah.
When you shout at them for not knowing what the answer to the question for the
Yes.
homework they've been given is, they
Yeah.
get stressed. When they do not live to your standards of perfection, they get stressed. I handle my siblings with care and with respect.
Hey, can I be? Oh no, I don't want to be your sibling. I want to be your baby.
Because I'm fully aware that kids go through stress in the simplest of ways that we oftenly dismiss.
Yeah, that yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah, yeah, and I think this is a broader conversation that if you, I believe that we can engage even professionals in
to
this.
come and talk about this.
Yeah, stressing kids because. I've ever gone only when I was online I was just looking at mental health topics and I ended up with one of the podcasts talking about stress in kids and that was the first time I knew that but this is a thing that people talk about as well that kids could get stressed. But this is bigger than just this, and if you would wish that we have a conversation on that, please leave it in the comment section, and then that's what we're going to engage in as well, and then have professionals.
Absolutely, we're really planning to have professionals next time.
Yeah, as we handle these conversations.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So generally, how would you rate your mental health?
Where I am right now,
on a scale of 1 to 10.
If 1 is very poor and 10 is at perfection. Okay. Of course, I cannot be perfect, but if that was the scale, I'm aiming for a 10. And I think, okay, I want some people.
We give you space.
Okay,
we're sorry.
I don't want to give it a
walk on us.
Okay. Personally, I think I'm on a 10. Yes.
How are you on a 10?
Because even right now, even though I'm feeling the pressure, I know ways I can cope with personally that can help me. Mbona unaniforce? When do una reduce kuja 8?
Yani 8.
No, I'm on a 10.
Usitupe pressure. Yani 8.
Maybe I'm on a 10.
I'm on
okay, not a 10 arrogantly and but let's say 8 looks fair. Yeah, 8 looks fair. Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
Must be nice to be you.
Yeah, but even a 10 is very much achievable. Why not? Kwani 10 ya 9?
10 hiyo ya sinful nature yenye tuliachiwa na Adam.
But this is just mental. This is like wait. Like right now, how would you rate your physical self? Are you sick? No, you are on a 10.
You don't know if you're sick or not.
No, what do you know? What you know about what you know right now? So you're on a 10. Ata mimi mentally I'm on a 10.
So I hear you. Yeah. Scale yangu sometimes it
Of course the scale fluctuates depending. But where we are right now.
Where we are right now, without this big smile, I'd say I'm at 10.
I told her, see, she admits it. Yeah, right why we should. The other thing about mental wellness is I've seen this. Somebody, like I used to feel guilty for feeling okay, and that's not okay. Yeah, like right now we can't confidently say we are on a 10. Why should we shukisha ourselves to an 8? And I think it's a thing that's out there. I don't know. Some people feel like when I'm depressed is when I'm okay. No, when you're well is when you're well. I don't know. It's when you're okay. Because I feel like there's a lot of talk about being depressed. Of course, we know those. Okay, yeah. I personally I've been in a place where I was my symptoms or whatever looked like I was depressed, and I think I was, but I shouldn't feel bad for having a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I hear.
Yeah, because I think there's a guilt with being mentally okay.
There is.
That this isn't about you guys. It's about person. It's personal for me. Like, why should I shukisha myself to?
All right, we hear you. Yeah. Okay. Mine fluctuates, honestly speaking.
Of course, I'm not on a 10 like, but I mean like where we are right now as we're recording the podcast, I'm on a 10. Of course, there are times I'll be on a 7 or an 8.
All right.
Okay, this is what I mean. Every time I'm around her, I'm on a 10.
Now you're trying to make me not feel bad, but it's working. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you concluded for us. Ama, you still have more questions for us?
Okay, I do have one thing that would make me feel so good, that would pandisha my my mental wellness. Like
Your 8 to 10.
it will improve my mental
Wellness. Oh yeah, yeah.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
But one day,
Yeah.
out of nowhere,
Yeah.
come with a bucket of water,
And wash you.
wash me like it's my birthday. That will work.
So. The next time we are hanging out.
Yes. And then put for me the song for Amen. Amen.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
you put your hand, go walk.
Yeah.
Let me dance to that and I'll
Yeah.
be okay. I'll shoot to a 10.
Okay.
The reason is why I want the bucket with water is because nobody has ever done that for me during my birthday. And I
Oh.
always saw people do that,
Yeah.
but I've never gotten a chance to because my birthday is in April and April is normally a holiday.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm home.
Me too.
No one is splashing water on me when I'm around my
I
mother.
look for a horse pipe.
Come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can do that
Uh-huh.
even more interestingly. We use balloons.
We use
Fill it
balloons.
with water. Then we do it like a game between you
Okay.
and I, the
Okay.
bonding session.
Alright.
We make sure we're wet, the right kind of wet with water.
Deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
So that's our podcast today. 40 Day. My name is Kevin KIPNGNO, and this is
Fiona,
Yeah.
your host for today. We are co-hosting.
It's like a pilot. She's a captain for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it from us. Catch us next time with another episode
Make sure you subscribe
and share and like.
and comment.
Bye.
Bye.